I'm Ian Thomason from Thomason Property, and I'm bringing you this month's Property TV. Of course, we have Kevin Turner with Market Update. I've got some interesting information, I think, for you about presenting a property for sale in this market, and then we've got our feature property of the month. But before we get to any of that, let's go straight to Kevin Turner. Thanks, Kevin.
Well, a survey by realestate.com.au shows that despite a tight rental market and the arduous task of moving to a new rental property, more renters are monitoring the rental market, with 64% of Brisbane people saying that they plan to rent within the next 12 months. We've heard of buyers upselling to move to a fancier property. I guess we could call this new trend up-renting. A surprising finding from the survey, however, showed that while more people had signed lease agreements over the past 5 years, a staggering 29% of the nation's renters have no lease at all. Yet another survey revealed some good advice for those wanting to sell a property, and that is that you run the risk of alienating potential buyers if your property is filled with junk. The survey indicated that 56% of aspiring Australian house hunters looking to buy were immediately turned off with clutter when they were inspecting potential properties to buy, indicating that they would not see the hidden potential among the junk. So the message is quite clear. Don't just declutter, have a big clean up as well. Thank you. I'll see you next time.
Good morning and welcome to the show. I'm Kevin Turner. We're here to talk real estate.
Whether you're following the property market or just interested in what's going on, Australasia's #1 independent real estate advisor, Kevin Turner, has the answers. Every Saturday 8 to 9 on 4BC.
Well, thanks for that, Kevin. As always, you give us interesting information about the market. But there's one thing that I want to talk about today, and that's revisiting the subject of presentation. A lot of people are commenting about the market. You can read different reports in the newspaper. Some are saying it's coming better. Some are saying it's still got a distance to go. I think, as I said several months ago, that we're bouncing along the bottom and we're going to be doing this for a few months yet, or for some period ahead. The secret to selling property in a market like this is making sure that you're presenting everything as well as you can. And I again come back and say to everyone who's got something on the market, make sure that you've got your house absolutely pristinely presented. Make sure the gardens are right, make sure the condition looks good. Get a building and pest report so that when you get a buyer, you can lock them in and they're not going to find any nasties, which gives them the opportunity to renegotiate with you. But one of the things I do want to talk about today is the opportunity to be a little bit inventive with how you can sell. And this comes to me from a conversation we had with one of our sellers during the week. And we were looking at ways we could make his property more attractive. And as we were sitting there talking and asking him where he was going and what he was going to do, we discovered that he didn't really have a need for all of the funds out of the sale. And the conversation then went on to how much he needed and et cetera, et cetera. And the whole subject ended up where he decided that he would be able to offer some vendor funding for a purchaser, obviously someone who was of good standing, etc. But he would be prepared to offer a substantial amount of the purchase price to a purchaser through vendor funding at 4% interest. Now, you've got to say that that is a great offer and a great opportunity for a buyer, and obviously will make the home more appealing and more attractive over those that people might be looking at as its competitors. Of course, even if you did have the funds, to borrow $300,000 or $400,000, whatever it might be, at 4% makes just absolutely fantastic financial sense, whether you've got the money or not. So with that, I'd like to say, think about how you can structure an offer to purchasers to make your property more attractive than your competitors. Now to this month's property of the month. And in fact, the property that we are about to show you is the one where we've had that discussion with the vendors and they are prepared to offer finance at 4%. So have a look at this property. I'm sure you'll agree with me. It is a fantastic opportunity.
A charming old Queenslander on 2 levels and set in tropical gardens on 809 square metres. The upstairs level features 3 bedrooms, living room, a modern kitchen, dining room that opens onto a large private covered entertainment terrace overlooking the in-ground pool. Ground level features self-contained spacious living with 2 huge rooms, a kitchenette and a spacious combined bathroom laundry. There's also a generous-sized workshop and storage area. A perfect home to suit large or extended families. Great for all those visitors.
Well, I'm sure you're going to agree with me that that's an innovative way to market property in tough times. This house, this property is absolutely magnificent. The financing capabilities are great, so why not give us a call and come and make arrangements to have an inspection. Until next month, this is Ian Thomason saying happy real estating.